Hey everybody, it's Tiffany and Morris Lambert, and what I'm doing in this video is I kind of want to recap on the first video that I made regarding Craigslist. There's been some changes. There's been a lot of questions, not just in the group go-getters, but just in general. We have had many questions from outside sources regarding our videos, so I just want to touch upon a few things. Try to make it short, but of course, those that know me, I'm extremely long-winded, so again, I said try. The first thing that I want to go ahead and talk about is the fees that are associated with Craigslist right now. There's pros and cons to that. So the first thing that I want to talk about is the fees that they're charging to post in big cities. This isn't necessarily a bad thing. Now, we are not keen on paying for marketing. We never have. I'm not going to say that we never will, but I will say that with the fees that they have implemented now, it helps us as marketers because a lot of people are not going to want to pay those fees. So what that means for us, I'm going to give you an example. We live in Las Vegas. And when we used to post in Vegas, we would post, say, 9 o'clock in the morning. By 9:30, our ad was on page 5. Because so many people were spamming Craigslist. Well, now each ad that you place, it's $25. People are no longer going ahead and spamming, Craigslist, where, they're posting and they're posting and they're posting and they're posting, and then by the time you look, yours is on the 5th page. It's not like that anymore. So you got to look at the fees, not necessarily in a bad way. It can be a good thing because it just means that your ad is going to stay up there longer. Second thing that I want to go ahead and touch upon is IP addresses. I believe that many people are confused on what we were talking about when we said, go to a Starbucks, go to a Barnes and Nobles, go somewhere where there's Wi-Fi. First thing is, I live in Vegas. If I go to the Starbucks down the street and use their Wi-Fi, the IP address doesn't need to match the city where I am trying to post. Example, if I am in Vegas and I am trying to post in Alabama, my IP address doesn't need to match Alabama. But, okay, my email address, if I have an email address of johndoe@yahoo.com and that email address has went ahead and posted in Vegas, I need a new email address. So when I go to Starbucks and and I'm ready to post in Alabama, I'm going to have a new email address, and I'm also going to have a new PVA, which is a phone verified account. So that's a misconception that many people have. They believe that in order to post in a certain state or city, that IP address has to match that particular city and state. That is not true. Now, there is a big difference between being ghosted and having your IP banned. If you have tried to post multiple times, and every time you post, whether it's an image ad, whether it's a text ad, and your ads are being ghosted, although this is rare, it has happened. It basically means that your IP address has been banned. You have one of two options. You can call your internet provider and see about getting a new IP address. I've never ran across this, so I don't know how that works. But that is definitely something that I would say to try. Or you're going to have to be one who does, when they go and place ads, that you're going to, different spots that carry Wi-Fi to do it. Now, if you want to go to Starbucks 3-4 times a day and post ads in different cities and states, that's fine. You make sure that if you're on Internet Explorer, Google Chrome, Firefox, Safari, whatever internet browser that you decide to use, prior to posting any ads, you clear your history, you clear your cookies. You got to clear all of that stuff. You have to come with a new email address and a new PVA, new phone verified account. But you can post at Starbucks multiple times a day. Yes, it is the same IP address, but it is a different email address and a different phone number that's linked to it. So I want to clarify that because I don't know. I thought that it was mentioned in the first video. A lot was mentioned in the first video. So again, just kind of wanted to touch upon that. The other thing that I want to touch upon is following up with your Craigslist leads. It is imperative. And again, yes, we do post on Facebook now. Craigslist was always our primary source of marketing until we started with Facebook. So I know Craigslist. I know Craigslist very well. I know that it is a very hard, but it's very effective once you learn the system. When you go ahead and you have a lead that comes through on Craigslist, there is no time to be wasted. You give them about 15 minutes, which is just enough time for them to watch the video, and you follow up with them. There's two reasons why you're doing this. A, you don't want them to spend too much time thinking about it and talking themselves out of it. B, there's a lot of work from home ads out there. So if you want to touch up with them in an hour, 2 hours, next day, following day, next week, chances are, A, they forgot what site they went to, so they don't even remember the video that you're referring to, or ultimately they signed up under somebody else. So following up with them is very important. And I know for me personally, when I would call them, I would get this level of anxiety. It was like, oh, I felt like a telemarketer. I had to change my mindset. They visited my website. I am calling them back. They came to me, and I am calling them back to address any questions or concerns that they have. Some of them are rude. Some of them are mean. Some of them are not interested. Some of them, how did you get my information? Why are you calling? That's okay. You know what? I appreciate your time. I just wanted to follow up with you. Have a great day. And you move on to the next call. You do not let that last call go ahead and dictate how your next call is going to be. It's a brand new call, it's a brand new person, and we are giving them an opportunity of a lifetime. Whether they know it or not, we know it. So if it's not for them, then let them state that. But you got to get outside of your comfort zone, call them back, and each call it gets easier and easier and easier. Your first call is always the hardest call. I remember the first call that I made, I left a voicemail, and the voicemail went exactly like this. Hi, my name is Tiffany, and I seen that you yeah. Needless to say, she never called us back, but it helped me discover that I need to have confidence in what I'm doing. I'm calling you back. Here's an opportunity. This is what you went ahead. You watched the video. Do you have any questions? This is how it works. Let's get you started. It works. And a lot of the times they would go ahead and they would sign up while I was on the phone with them. I kid you not. But Craigslist is a harder marketing strategy. It's very effective, but it's hard because it's very hard to show them proof. They're going off of based off of what you're saying. Where with Facebook, I mean, you can go down someone's timeline and you can see a whole list of their PayPal proof. Now, for us, we would go ahead when we were doing Facebook and Craigslist, we would invite them to, go check out our Facebook page. All of the payment proof is there, or we would send them to our personal site. So you got to think of different strategies. You got to get outside of your comfort zone. But again, the IP address, it does, just to recap, it does not need to match the area that you are going to post in. It just needs to be a new email address and a new phone number. That's it. And then you post. I'm very keen on image ads. I think that, I don't like text ads. I never have. Text ads never worked for us. I know a lot of people are trying to figure out what's going to prevent them from being ghosted. I'm going to be honest with you. There's no rhyme or reason on why someone is ghosted. Now, I know certain keywords, work from home, free, those are automatic red flags, but there's not a list of things that are going to go ahead and dictate to us, oh, this is going to get us ghosted. This is not going to work. You want to make sure that your titles are simple, that I know. But there's no chart that's going to tell you, you know what, if I write this, I'm going to get ghosted. If I write this, I'm not going to get ghosted. You don't know. You post, and if you're ghosted, you post again. If you're ghosted, you leave it alone. Third time you're ghosted, you wait 48 hours before you go back into that account and try to go ahead and submit another ad. Because that's where it's going to cause your IP address to become banned. And again, follow up, it's key. You have to follow up with them immediately. Give them enough time to watch the video and let them know, hey, I'm calling, I seen that you visit our website, I want to let you know that I'm a real person behind that ad and website. Just wanted to see if you had any questions. I'm here to help you. I would actually be your personal sponsor, here to guide you, X, Y, Z. So I really hope that this video helped clarify a few things, because I know we have a call tonight, but I didn't want it just to be surrounded just upon Craigslist. I want this video to, maybe you can take notes, but just to help you with that. I'm thinking of doing another video just to show you, how to post in areas, because you can still post in the job section. Are you going to pay for the bigger cities? You are. Is it worth it? It may be. I don't know. I haven't done it. I have not paid for the marketing aspect of it yet, but it doesn't hurt to try. And maybe I can, my husband and I, we can come back later and explain to you, how it panned out. But again, I hope that this video helped. And if you guys need anything, just let us know. Thanks. Cheers to your success. Bye-bye.